The Caledonia Water Treatment Plant, which is currently being constructed on the East Bank of Demerara, could be finished before its scheduled time. According to Minister within the Ministry of Housing and Water, the Honorable Susan Rodrigues made this disclosure while inspecting ongoing works at the treatment plant, along with engineers of the Guyana Water Incorporated on Friday. The Caledonia project, which cost $3.6 billion, is being constructed by Sigma Engineering Limited and is one of the newest plants on the East Bank of Demerara.
So today we are on the site of the Caledonia Water Treatment Plant. This is one of the new water treatment plants. Now the government's program in terms of the water sector is very important, and it's important that the public understands what we are doing in the water sector. First of all, this is a manifesto commitment. We did promise in our 2020 manifesto that we would expand treated water coverage across the country. This is also in keeping with the Sustainable Development Goal number 6, ensuring that everyone has access to clean water. So immediately when we came into government in 2020, we devised a strategic plan for GWI for the coastal water treatment program, and that involves several interventions. First of all, last year we saw the signing of contracts to the tune of $8.5 billion for the construction of 7 new water treatment plants in various regions, and I can list those for you. It's Onderneming in Region 2, Parika, Luston Ross and Wales in Region 3, Caledonia, Cummins Lodge and Bachelor's Adventure in Region 4. This was signed, like I said, in October of 2022, these contracts. The second intervention is the construction of 5 additional water treatment plants that will be funded by the CDB. And you saw recently that this loan was approved to the tune of $76 million US dollars, or 15.9 billion Guyana dollars. And the construction of these additional water treatment plants will be at Maria's Delight. This is in Region 2, Leguana and Wakenham in Region 3, Bath in Region 5, Adventure in Region 6. We have another type of intervention to ensure that we achieve the 90% treated water coverage. So it was 52%. We want to get it to 90% treated water coverage by 2025. And we are deploying the use of inline filters. We have a pilot program for this going on right now at Shetty Jagan International Airport. This is our first installation of an inline filter. We plan to do this at 10 smaller water treatment plants across the country. So this will help us along the way to achieving the 90% treated water coverage. And another intervention is the upgrading and the extension of transmission and the distribution network. So this has 2 parts. One is upgrading the transmission from existing wells to existing treatment plants so that we can filter more water, and then the distribution part of it from the water treatment plants to communities. So you've seen we've had several contracts that were awarded already and several more to be awarded for the extension of these distribution networks to reach more people, to service more communities. So with these several interventions, the construction of new water treatment plants, deploying the use of the inline filters, upgrading and extending our distribution and transmission network will help us to achieve the 90% treated water coverage by 2025.
Minister, can you say the cost of this individual water treatment plant, maybe the duration of the construction period?
So this particular one, I believe, is a little over $600 million, but this is part of the 7 that was signed last year October, to the tune of $8.5 billion. So this is part of that. And this is, the timeline for this is December 2024. But after visiting this site today, I am of the opinion, and my engineers are of the opinion, that this water treatment plant can be completed well ahead of schedule. So I know that 97 to 98% of the people on the coastline have access to water. But the common complaint of people who live on the coastline is the high iron content. And there are some areas that have extremely high iron content, like Charity area, for example, the water is very bad. And similarly on the East Bank, people have that complaint. I live on the East Bank. I sympathize with the people on the East Bank. I go through the same thing that they go through. I receive the same kind of water that they do. So that is why it's important to update the public on the water treatment plant, the water treatment program that we have at GWI, because you know, people say, and sometimes they say on social media and on other platforms, that they're still receiving the rusty water or the red water, as they would describe it. So I want people to understand that while we have said to the public that we promise to extend treated water coverage, that they must understand that there are active programs in place and projects that are under execution, and we are standing at one here right now in Caledonia. I want them to understand that the government is ensuring that we find the resources to fund these projects, and I spent some time outlining the different projects and the different interventions that we have to do to ensure that we can receive 90% coverage by 2025. So people can rely on the projects and the programs that I've outlined, and they will know that they have a specific timeline with which they will get relief, and they will no longer be receiving water with iron content. They can receive water by 2025, or in some cases long before 2025, water that they can put their glass and drink from the tap and no longer have to purchase bottled water. So it's important that the public understands that this is not just we're not just talking this. There are active programs and projects underway, contracts signed, resources made available, and contractors who have been mobilized and are executing these projects.
Minister Rodrigues also visited the Guyana Water Incorporated drilling team, who are undertaking a 24-hour drilling operation at 6th Avenue Diamond on the east bank of Demerara, who is working to swiftly restore efficient water supply to Diamond and neighboring communities by the end of September.
We're here in Diamond 6th Avenue, visiting the site where GWI is drilling a new well. Back in April, the well that was servicing Diamond, Farm, Prospect, Perseverance, and some other communities collapsed. And so those communities have been, for the past few weeks, receiving a lower level of service in terms of the water that they are receiving. Now, I'm appealing to those communities for their patience. I can understand how much they have been suffering over the past few weeks. But I came today to check on the progress of the drilling. We have to get to 700 feet. We are at 200 feet right now, and the drilling is ongoing, as you can see in the background. We have two shifts. We're working 24 hours every day so that we can accomplish this task by the end of September latest. So I just want to update those the residents of those communities who are feeling the effects of the low level of service that they are receiving, and to let them know that we are working 24 hours to get the level of service and the water pressure back to where it was before the old well collapsed here in this community. So I just want to put a timeline on that. We're working towards the end of September so that they can look forward to relief by that time.